So Larry Wheels has just gone from competing in a classic bodybuilding show to putting on 53 pounds in 5 days and getting fat. For anybody who's competed before, you will know this feeling. And we are going to take a look at exactly what Larry Wheels has done wrong. And hopefully this reaction video is going to help you from not becoming a fat ass after 12, 16 weeks of a prep diet in the future. Because believe me, I've been competing for 10 years now, and I have done this in my early years of competing. I now know what to do to not get fat AF after a show. So let's jump straight in and take a look at what Larry Wheels has done wrong. My name is Shreddy, a professional wrestler and the 2022 NABBA Mr. Britain bodybuilding champion. I've been lifting since I was a teenager and I've been competing in bodybuilding for over 10 years now. I'm not the guy to speak to if you want to become a pro bodybuilder, but if you do want to get bigger, get leaner and feel better about yourself, I might be able to help out.
So I'm serious where I say I think I had about 20,000 calories.
20,000 calories? I literally cannot comprehend eating that many calories in a 24-hour period or in a one-day period. 20,000 calories is a lot of food, and I genuinely do not know how he has done that. But I'm not saying he's lying, because look at his physique. I completely believe he has done this because Larry's fucked up. Coming out of a contest prep or coming out of a really strict, rigorous cut, you do not want to be bumping calories from so low. You might have been carrying out your diet on 2,000 calories, 1,800, maybe 2,700 calories. You do not want to be bumping your calorie intake from that. You don't even want to be doubling your calories in the space of 24 hours, never mind up to 20,000. It's a disaster. It's a recipe for disaster, because your body is going to very quickly store that as fat, water, bloat. You're going to look like shit, you're going to feel like shit, and then you just get into that vicious circle, and it's very hard to break out of, especially if you're inexperienced to competing, to rebounding, and to a prep. My advice would be get your calories back to maintenance and no more in the first couple of days, the first week, the first 2 weeks.
So this is my first time getting fully depleted for a show. I did use diuretics to make weight and to have that dry, hard look on stage. And I had to use them twice within a 3-day period because I had to make weight twice for 2 different shows back to back.
So Larry's saying he's took diuretics, and this is going to massively deplete you. As you say, a diuretic is used by some bodybuilders. I've personally never tried diuretics or taken them for a bodybuilding show, but the purpose of a diuretic is to flush your body of all of its excess water, to try and bring in a drier look, try and get rid of any water that you're carrying, any of that bloat, so you're looking drier on stage. Now, diuretics can backfire and actually make you look smaller, can make you look stringier, and ruin the physique. So it's a little bit of a gamble. I do know that a lot of pro bodybuilders, you know, at this level are using diuretics, but it can be a gamble. You can actually destroy 12, 16 weeks of prep work by taking a diuretic and looking worse. Larry says he's actually taken them twice for 2 shows, so he is going to be super depleted. So even though Larry's put on 53 plus pounds, that's not 53 pounds of fat, because Larry is in a depleted state, and naturally, just by going back to drinking normal water, you could be putting on 6, 8, 10 pounds of water back into your system. So this 53 pounds he's gained isn't all fat, but the fact he's depleted so much, cut so much water, used so many diuretics, is setting him up for that extra bloat very quickly.
Now, I fully intended to binge eat after the show as a reward for the hard work of 6-week starvation I put myself through.
So I can relate to this. When I first started competing, I've got videos, you can go back 8, 9, 10 years on the channel to see the kind of foods that I was buying days, weeks in advance, waiting for that show to be over, waiting for the prep to be over, to just binge on absolute junk. What you find though is usually as soon as you finish that prep and you look at all of this shit food, this junk food you've bought, only certain bits of it you actually want to have, because when you can have it, you don't want it anymore. Your mind is playing tricks on you, but you will still fall into that trap, especially if it's your first time competing or your first couple of shows, where you will just binge and binge and binge, and you will eat far too much, make yourself feel sick, try and compensate the next day by thinking, right, I'm going to have low carbs or low fat and I'm going to do extra cardio. You might sustain that through the day, then that night time comes, you have the first bit of chocolate, the first bit of cake, and the binge happens on the night. And it only takes a few days of doing this, and you can so quickly and easily ruin weeks, months of dieting. And look at Larry's physique here. I don't want to become across, too critical, because I've been in this position, but you're looking at Larry here and he looks nowhere near close to doing a bodybuilding show. Yet he's only 5 days removed from the bodybuilding show.
Now, what I had no idea about is just how much weight I would put on in the 2 days following the show.
And this is a good point from Larry, and this is something that we can all relate to who've competed. Until you've gone through a rebound, you will have no idea how much weight you can put on so quickly, because it takes months to lose that body weight, but you can literally put it on so quickly. And yes, Larry is a super high level powerlifter. He is this massive social media influencer, but he's a novice when it comes to bodybuilding. He's new at bodybuilding. So he's in a similar position from a competitive bodybuilding scenario as what a lot of you watching my videos might be if you're just getting into competitive bodybuilding. It's entering the unknown, and you don't know how much weight you can put on, and you will surprise yourself.
I weighed in just 48 hours ago at 232 pounds. As of right now, I weigh 284 pounds. What?
Mental, that's some mental weight gain. But you can see just from the Monday to the Wednesday how much weight he's gained, about 7 pounds, just from being that depleted. Probably he's trying to make weight, then carbon up, maybe taking some water in. That's a lot of weight gain on paper, but it's not actually that much if you're depleted and then you carb up. That's normal, that's fine. Some people fluctuate even more than that. But to go from 231, or to even go from 238 up to 284 in the space of a couple of days from Wednesday to Saturday, mental. He is fucked up big style here.
Immediately after the show, the first thing I did is went to my favorite burger spot, Five Guys. I had 2 bacon double cheeseburgers with a large fries.
Five Guys, the typical bodybuilding cheat meal, one of my favorite places. It's somewhere I've been after plenty of my shows. Didn't go there this year, but Larry's saying that he went and got 2 double bacon cheeseburgers. For me, when I'm having foods now, I prefer to have a variety. So rather than having 2 bacon double cheeseburgers, I would have just went for, I wouldn't have got the bacon because I don't like bacon. I'd just went for the cheeseburger, the double cheeseburger, whatever. But I'd have just got 1 burger and the fries rather than 2 burgers. And then have that 1 burger. Then if you're still hungry, you still fancy something, have something different. Don't just get loads of portion or loads of quantity of the same thing, because you're going to sicken yourself pretty quickly.
Stomach already engorged and stretching and uncomfortable, and went to Ruth Chris Steakhouse to indulge in a very nice 16-ounce ribeye steak with a side of the best sweet potato mash in the world. The sweet potato casserole at Ruth Chris, out of this world.
So this is where things could be controlled. He's saying he's already feeling engorged and full and his stomach's stretched and he's feeling uncomfortable, but he's still going out getting a massive steak and all this other stuff. Like, if you're already feeling full, why are you still eating at this point? Like, this is where you can be smart and think, okay, I fancy the steak, I'll wait another hour or 2, or I'll go and do something, I'll keep myself occupied. If I actually start to feel hungry, then I'll eat. But if you don't feel hungry, don't eat. It's as simple as that.
And I was feeling a bit peckish, so I had a Pop-Tart, a whole bag, which is about, I think, 500 calories or so. And even after that, not satisfied.
So after the savoury, he's going for the sweet, he's going for the Pop-Tarts, and everyone has different cravings. Pop-Tarts isn't particularly something I go for, but in my earlier days, because I think Pop-Tarts are a bit of novelty in the UK, I would see YouTubers having them, I would get Pop-Tarts and put them in my post-show binge. But he's had a full pack, 500-600 calories, whatever it is, still not satisfied.
Went downstairs, stomach even more stretched out than this right here, and had a couple noodles.
Now, this is where we're really seeing the damage. Look how bloated and distended that stomach is there. Yes, that's a mixture of water and bloat, but the guy has completely lost his abs. He was on stage on Wednesday. This is Saturday. That's Wednesday to Thursday to Friday to Saturday. Within the space of 3 days post-show, 5 days post-win, but 3 days post-show, you've gone from being a bodybuilding physique competitor or classic competitor to having no abs at all. Like, what is going on here? Like, how have you fucked up so bad? I have never gone this fubar this quick. It took me 2 weeks back in 2013. I lost my entire physique within 2 weeks. You've done it in 3 days, Larry. I know that you're good. I know that you have built a livelihood on smashing weightlifting records, but you might have just smashed a new record here of completely ruining your physique the quickest ever in bodybuilding history. This is mental.
Yeah, I've been told not to take it too far, and after a couple of days slow down. So I'm thinking I'm not even half a day in, so I got nothing to worry about right now.
So this is what coaches will tell you, this is what people say online. Take the day off after a show, have whatever you want, then start to get back on track. So Larry's only half a day and he thinks, oh, I'm good, I can keep doing this. But I don't think coaches mean eat this much, and you're just continuing and you're adding on, and this is where we're really adding fuel to the disaster that is this fire of the burning of Larry Wheels' physique.
Woke up that morning about 260. So just from those few meals and a few glasses of water, I was already up 30 pounds.
So it's at this point when, like, why did he not think, okay, I'm up 30 pounds in half a day, maybe I should slow things down? Why has he thought to keep continuing on at this pace? I don't know. I know he's a freak. I know the guy is a freak. He normally looks great. I mean, he still looks good now. He's got, you know, his arms are jacked, his chest is jacked. For wrestling, this would be a really good look for wrestling. But from where he was, like, a day ago, half a day ago, adding 30 pounds, like, in what mindset do you think that is okay to then continue binge eating? Like, come on, you must be smarter than this.
That morning, I went to Denny's. I had cinnamon roll pancakes, bacon, hash browns, sunny side up eggs. Walked across the street back to my hotel, still peckish. Had a cinnamon roll bagel with lots of cream cheese and some orange juice.
So in isolation, this wouldn't be too bad. This is typically like, you do a show, okay, the next morning, let's go for a cheat meal, let's go for a cheat breakfast, an off-plan breakfast, let's just go and enjoy yourselves, let's go for a meal out. That one meal in isolation would be fine. Like, you dieted for however long, you want a treat. That is the standard. Like, that wouldn't be anything out of the blue. You've got in, had a big breakfast, maybe you're still feeling peckish, you want, you know, something sweet to wash it down with, you're going to have that cinnamon roll. There's nothing wrong with this in isolation. There is something wrong with this when you've already gained 30 pounds in half a day, you've spent the whole night tossing and turning and not being able to get to sleep, and you're adding fuel to this fire. Like, what is going on? This dumpster fire. Come on, Larry, you can't be this stupid.
Breathe it, digest. Then went back downstairs after an hour, had 2 more cinnamon rolls with cream cheese, some orange juice, and a bowl of cereal. And that was breakfast.
So what I love about this, and why I'm laughing, is he knows what's going on here. He knows it's ridiculous, and that's where that laughter is coming from. And like, respect to the guy, I think he knows he's effed up, and he just doesn't care at this point. He's just gone, he's plowing it in. And I'm sure Larry, in the space of a few weeks, he's already said he's on a 6-week starvation diet to get in shape. So if he can get in shape in 6 weeks, like, it's not going to be a big deal for him. So he knows, I think at this point, he knows what's gone on. And this is what he's calling breakfast. After these extra cinnamon rolls and the cereal, that's his breakfast done. And fair play to him.
After the meet and greet was over, I had something called a dragon bacon double cheeseburger with fries. It was a bit of a spicy burger, delicious. Oh, and I was gifted some lemon cookies that were absolutely out of this world and weighed about half a pound each. Each cookie, I was told, was 1,500 calories. I had one. before the burger.
So again, you've got the savoury, you need that sweet after, but the sweet is 1,500 calories each. 1,500 calories in a cookie. Now I can see how he's had these 20,000 calories in a day. What kind of cookies is he eating that have got 1,500 calories in? That is ridiculous. Mental.
And I got a fried chicken sandwich. I got 6 bone-in wings. I got, there was 3 chicken tenders with some bourbon barbecue sauce, which is delicious. It made me craving it right now, even though I just ate. It's terrible. Guys, post-show, watch out. It gets real. And I had 2 orders of fries. Didn't stop there. Ordered a chocolate cake, which was, I think, from Walmart. It wasn't very good. Very, very basic cake, but at this point was delicious still. And some vanilla ice cream, which was straight out of a carton.
So at this point, he's just gone full junk mode. Like, there's nothing substantial, there's nothing normal, there's nothing bodybuilding in this. It's full on cheat day. And by this point, for me, if I'd ate this much shit, I would be craving, like, as daft as this might sound, when you eat so much junk, you actually start to crave some normality. You'll start to crave a chicken and rice or a turkey. Whatever your standard meal has been, after eating so much junk, especially sweet stuff, I start to crave a regular prep meal. And the fact that he's not had one of those yet is like mind-boggling to me. It's almost like he's just doing this on purpose.
To go work out, I don't know how to pull up a workout on an absolutely enormous 9-month looking stomach.
So putting all these calories to good use, getting in the gym and getting that workout and going clanging and banging. But he will be feeling like shit, and he even says he doesn't know how he worked out. This workout will not have been a good workout. His stomach will have been in bits. He will have been feeling so fatigued. This will not have been a good workout, but he will have been burning some calories and been putting some of that glycogen storage to good use. I would say he'd have had a sick pump at this point, but he was carrying probably so much bloat and his stomach was probably starting to distend at this point. He'll have got a pump, but he probably wasn't even looking good during the workout.
A 14-inch pizza, margarita style, a couple garlic knots, and a salad, I believe.
Clean bulking, we've got that salad in there. All is good with the world.
Where I gained another, since I woke up this morning till now, 15 pounds. I can't remember. So I'm not going to talk about today. But I just want to talk about the first 24 hours, because that's where I had the most food.
45-pound vice up there. Might as well make it 50. The nice, round, even half of 100.
Right now, you're seeing the most bloated version of Larry Wheels to ever have existed and walked this earth.
He knows, like, at this point, he knows he's FUBAR, and he's saying it's the most bloated version of him ever.
My legs, I'm going to show up these bad boys.
His arms and shoulders still look cut, like he's still jacked. His chest, you know, he still looks jacked. He's just got distended stomach.
Just got to show you the carnage that has been done. I'm not proud of my work, so don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to glorify how much water retention I have going on right now. Just took an aspirin. Oops. I'm a mess right now. Okay. Yep, get all that water retention there. Look how jiggly they are too. Wow. It's all water. It's all water. Crazy. 2 days ago, nothing but lines. Then look at the cankles. Come here, Adam, get the cankles. Oh, that's nasty.
In the legs, like, the legs is the worst part of this. His legs don't even look big here because they're so bloated. He's lost all the definition. He says he had cuts 3 days ago. He was on stage. Remember, 3 days ago, this guy was on stage. Just remember that, okay? So his legs will have been looking freaky big then. Now they just look like not big at all. And you can see the water retention on the ankles and things like that. Bodybuilding is an illusion. The more cut we are, the bigger we look. Losing those cuts, you instantly look smaller. Despite him being 50 pounds up, he is looking smaller now than what he did 3 days ago.
Stop. Stop it. You're killing me. Bodybuilding can be an ugly sport. Okay, do a back double by. Okay.
God, monster.
Yeah. Do a vacuum real quick.
Nice try.
Yeah, vacuum's not going to happen tonight.
Nice try.
To put things into perspective and not be a complete dick here, Look at his physique there. He still looks good. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but an average person, not a bodybuilder, not a physique athlete, an average person just training the gym to look good will be looking at Larry and thinking he looks unreal. And I'm looking at Larry and going through those poses, especially the back. Yeah, he's not cut. Remember, 3 days ago he was on stage. He looks nowhere near stage ready now. But look at him from behind, hitting that rear double by. The guy looks class. His arms and shoulders are still super jacked. Even hitting that most muscular, he looks good. Like, for wrestling, this would be if he was in a wrestling ring, he would be looking unreal. He would look like an absolute monster. He can't hit that vacuum. And 3 days ago, his vacuum looked absolutely awesome. He can't do that now. He's too fubar. But to put things in context, yes, where he was 3 days ago, he now looks like shit, let's be honest. Forgetting where he was 3 days ago and just as a physique, this guy, for me, is looking good. So don't lose context of what we're actually looking at here.
Anymore. It's just unplugged. And when you guys who haven't got fully depleted for a show and used diuretics and did everything you can imagine to make weight, you push the needle as far as I did, or pros do, whoever. Some have it easier than others. Some bulk into shows and won't have this problem. The rebound is serious. And the floodgates do open. And if you let it get out of control, like I did, here you are with what I imagine to be 30 pounds of water retention. Because I didn't eat 45 pounds of food.
It's actually 54 pounds.
So I think this is where the entertainment's gone out the window, and he's like, you can tell he's being serious here. That signal from, you know, he's saying he feels all the food in his belly, but that signal of the brain is just he wants to eat, he wants to eat. He's been eating some junk, he's been eating some shit. Sugar is addictive. Now, it sounds like he's been eating more savoury than sweet stuff here, but definitely the sweet stuff. Sugar is addictive, and as soon, it's like the floodgates will open, it's sending signals to his brain that despite being full, he just wants more and more. And because your body is in such a depleted state, as he says, it's going to hold on to that. Now, you can make use of the rebound. Bodybuilders make use of the rebound when smart, in a really good way to add muscle on. He's past that point now. He's not going to be added. He's fucked his rebound up. He's got fat, bloated. He's goosed right there. But when done smartly, you can use this as a time to rebound and add a ton of new muscle, get your strength back pretty quickly. So what should you do to avoid this? Well, I am documenting my rebound. I'm going to try and make the most of it to pack on some serious size. The feedback I've got from competing in the NABBY universe, in the NABBY UK, is it's time to put size on. It's something that I want to do, and I know something that's going to benefit me and help me with wrestling as well as bodybuilding, and it's the kind of physique that I want to build. I want to get bigger. It's nice being ripped, but I want to get bigger before getting ripped. So how can we minimize this fat gain? How can we completely avoid ruining our physique in the space of days? And how can we use it to pack some size on? Well, I'm making a video on that, and I am documenting it. So you can click here for the video. You can subscribe to see that video when it does get uploaded. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. And one question to finish the day off with is, what is your go-to cheat meal following a bodybuilding show, or if you've never competed, following a mega cut? Let me know what your cheat meal is down below. My go-to is usually a burger, so that's got to be Five Guys, because it is my favorite burger place. Thank you for watching. And until next time, remember that this ain't no gimmick, it's a lifestyle.